Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Taken from about the 12.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
For the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Blake Cashman.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
36-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a carry for Dobbins. And he's going to have a Rams first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got the lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Ball carrier.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Third and 2, Herbert. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off right around the 43, past the 20. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
They'll run here with Akers. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. Give yourself a best chance.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Akers. And now a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Akers. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Taken from about the 12.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now this one complete on the slant route. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Rams.
They'll run with Love. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a 1st. After the run, now Herbert to throw. Flushed out right. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
3, Rams nothing. Joey Sly on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10. their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them,
it's caught inside the 25. All the way in for a Charger touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
Zane Gonzalez lining up for the...
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so. The ball comes out.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll run on first down. Dobbins. They'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for fourth down. They're going for it with Dobbins. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now it's Herbert. That will set up the screen to Huntley. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, Dobbins, and they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 more there and another first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled it with the inside run.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Demarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one. And it's 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. All tied up at 10, 2 minutes left in the first half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the 50, here's Herbert. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run with Dobbins. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
He was brought down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. This is Love. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
And goal at the 1-yard line.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins. As the first half is winding down. And the Rams have broken our tie as they take the lead. Now Joey Sly for the point after. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
The Charger drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. This is taken just shy of the 10. Get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They'll get 34 yards there.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
At the 3-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Gain on the play leads to 2nd and goal at the Rams' 3-yard line.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17 all.
Gonzalez set to kick off.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Taken from about the 12. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
At the 45-yard line.
Second and 7. Here's Herbert. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Complete.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
2nd and 11 now. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a fourth down.
But it brings up fourth down.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll run. It's Dobbins. Down to about the 22 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Dobbins. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Here's Dobbins. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run here with Dobbins. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal. It's some good running there. Gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Rams have broken our tie as they take the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. He's going to take off with it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
At the 44-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time.
10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll run on first down with Akers. Open space inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Jackson from the shotgun. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. The 40, 30, 20. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him from going.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
One more time with Dobbins. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's a screen pass, that's complete. And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Here's Jackson. Getting knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And Jackson throwing once more. Steps away to his left. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Mackenzie Alexander in on the tackle. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked out by Darnell Savage. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Rams, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, it's just their 3rd loss as they fall now to 10.